DeepSeek this, DeepSeek that. Why don't I seek out a deep connection with a loving woman? This week, you've probably heard the buzz about a new large language model that's causing everyone in AI to freak out. Just don't ask it what happened in April in Beijing in 1989. San Francisco engineers are in love with a Chinese model. What else is new? In what is being called a Sputnik moment, a reference to the Soviet Union's 1957 launch of the first satellite, which shocked the US and catalyzed the space race, a relatively small company named DeepSeek released its AI model DeepSeek R1, shaking Silicon Valley to its core. As of the recording of this video, DeepSeek is the #1 app on the App Store and has caused the greatest one-day value wipeout of any company in history. This is of course days after Jim Cramer said Nvidia would break out. Here's a quick rundown for when your mom inevitably texts you asking about it, or in case you want to post about it on LinkedIn next week when they find out about it. DeepSeek R1 is a new model that scored as high or higher than OpenAI's O1 on a variety of third-party benchmarks. But unlike O1, which is closed source and only available to ChatGPT subscribers for $20 a month, DeepSeek R1 is fully open sourced and can be used for free. The crazy part is DeepSeek was created for only around $6 million as a side project in a cave with scrap parts by Tony Stark. That's less than the price of this car that Sam Altman is driving around Palo Alto in. The irony here is pretty thick. We are living in a timeline where a non-US company is keeping the original mission of open AI alive. DeepSeek R1 uses reinforcement learning to teach itself through trial and error. This is dramatically different from previous models that relied on massive supervised labeled datasets as a first training step, which costs a lot of money. Imagine teaching a child to ride a bike. You could give them a detailed manual, aka supervised fine-tuning, but they'll likely learn better trying it themselves, aka reinforcement learning, falling, getting up, and gradually improving. The usage of calling DeepSeek via API is also 93% cheaper than O1. I think the biggest takeaway from this moment isn't that China is superior to the West, but that there is absolutely no technological moat around AI. Sam Altman and his billion-dollar government-funded OpenAI can be overtaken anytime by a startup, which makes their valuation look ridiculous. It's terrible for stocks, but likely great for humanity. The most incredible part of all of this is that DeepSeek was able to create this model without doing a single podcast appearance. Today, DeepSeek reported that they have been hit with a massive cyber attack and have to limit registrations.
Begun, the AI wars have.
But don't worry, you can just head over to Olama and download the model and run it locally for free. Other fast-moving AI companies like Perplexity have also been working hard to integrate it into their suite of offerings. In other news, Oracle and a group of investors that includes Microsoft are in talks to take over TikTok's global operations. Anyway, what a wild start to 2025. Thanks for listening to My Tech News. Have a good one and stay frosty.